about the best movie to ever come out on October 23rd, 2002.
Someone looked at
What
the
other
doc.
movies came out on October 23rd, 2002?
It's going to be like Lord of the Rings or something.
What movie came out in October 23rd, 2002? This came out pre-Halloween. It's fucking Santa Claus. What the fuck were they thinking?
Can you guess what number one at the box office was? That
It better not have been
no fucking
this.
way.
That year?
Just that weekend. For October 23rd, 2002.
But was it Return of the King?
No.
Transformers?
It's something fitting. No, Transformers didn't come out until 2007.
I like how you knew that off the top of your head.
Well, of course, he's a big fan.
Yeah, it's just easy knowledge.
Something
Look
fitting.
at me, I'm a Transformer guy.
Something fitting of 2002.
Can I give a hint? I'm looking at this too.
Yeah, what's the hint?
A film that is
a spook movie.
Spoopy movie.
It's a remake of Japanese
horror movie.
Oh, is it The Ring?
Yes, it is.
And number 2 is Red Dragon.
And that's
number 3 is Sweet Home Alabama. And number 4, somehow, My Big Fat Sweet Greek Wedding still hanging in there.
Let's go.
And Santa Claus 2 doesn't even make the top 5.
Well, not yet. That's the day it released, so we kind of need to see the next weekend.
That's true. This is before movies went out of theaters after 1 week. They would actually stay in theaters for a month or so.
Hello, I'm Jesse McAnally.
And I'm Andrew DeWolf.
And I'm Liz Eston.
And welcome to The Cheese Wheel, a hyperfixation podcast where our topics are gambled on a wheel. And this week, we are joined by one of our favorite guests in the entire world. And since it is the holiday season, we are continuing our yearly tradition of having them join us. Please join me in welcoming my best friend and yours, Big Beak of Big Beak Entertainment.
Why do I get played on with the Peanuts music? I haven't made a Peanuts video in like 3 years.
Doesn't matter.
I haven't made any video in like 3 years.
Your typecast, it's over.
It is your thing. You are the Peanuts guy forever. I hope you know.
Isn't that right, Charlie?
I mean, did you see the new Peanuts musical, though? Was it as amazing as you thought?
Oh, the Snoopy Presents a Summer Musical?
Yes.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
they cut out, I think, like the climax. I think there's like a very weird ADR moment and like an obvious cut. And I think that it was because of that
the flood
right? in
right?
Texas.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was because of Charlie Kirk. Like, originally Charlie Brown was going to get shot in the neck, and then they're like, oh, can't do that anymore.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown's asking Franklin about gang violence.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
That is the Charlie Brown voice too, isn't it?
Anyway, what are we talking about, Jess?
It is the holiday season, and we love having Big Beak with us to talk about our favorite franchise of the holiday season. Because Andrew accidentally left the door open and let Christmas in, and now we're fucked and we gotta be in Christmas.
Every year.
You put on the coat, you knew what you were in for.
I have turned into Christmas itself! We are talking about the Santa Claus 2.
I've got to get married?
It's the Mrs. Claus.
On November 1st, let the reindeer games begin.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Tim Allen, the Santa Claus 2.
Could you fly a little higher?
Rated G, in theaters November 1st.
Santa Claus 2 is a film written by Don Reimer, Cinco Paul, Ken Dario, Ed Decter, and John J. Strauss. Cinco Paul, as you might know, as the creator of Schmigadoon, who we openly bullied while recording our Annie 2 episode in one of our best moments with Robbie Rozelle. It was directed by Michael Lembeck, who is not the same director as the Santa Claus 1, but did follow up with the Santa Claus 3, which we'll talk about eventually. It is based on the film The Santa Claus by Leo Benvenuti and Steve Rudnick. It premiered in Los Angeles, California on October 23rd, 2002, and was theatrically released in the United States on November 1st. See, Andrew, they waited till November. They waited a full week.
Very smart. Smart move. Smart move.
They waited till the day after Halloween to release this.
That's when Christmas starts.
On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 55%. Half people like it. The site's critical consensus reads, though it's harmless as family entertainment and has moments of charm, the Santa Claus 2 is also predictable and forgettable. Scott, the
That's
plot
a lie.
of...
It's not harmless as family entertainment.
It's not. It's actually very harmful.
It hurt me.
It hurt my soul. I watched it this morning while making breakfast.
This is a sharp object in family entertainment. This is like do not operate heavy machinery while in the presence of this movie kind of family entertainment.
I think it's better than the first one. The
I
plot of the
agree
Santa
with
Claus
that as
2
hell.
Undoubtedly.
Oh, it's more entertaining, yeah. But like it's still bad.
is Scott Calvin has been a humble Santa Claus for 8 years,
What does that
but it might
fucking
come
mean?
to an end.
Did you write this?
I did not. It might come to an end if he doesn't find a Mrs. Claus. Big Beak, had you seen this movie before?
Absolutely. I was going to say, this is another one that is just sort of baked into my personality because I've watched it so much as a kid. I have no concept of the first time I even saw it.
I am the same. It's literally like I remember when I watched the Santa Claus, I realized that a lot of the stuff that I thought happened in the Santa Claus actually happens in this one, because this is the one I think of when I'm thinking of the Santa Claus.
This is the one I've seen the most of either
Oh,
one.
I think I've
Like,
only seen the third
undoubtedly.
one time. I don't think
I've
I've
never
seen
even
that
seen
one
the
more than
third one. I
once.
skipped it.
That's probably a good call.
So I watched the Santa Claus, the original film, right as preparation for this. This kind of had a big marketing blitz because it's like, it's nearly 10 years later. Santa Claus is back.
Yeah, that's
kind of
weird that it's 10 years later.
Yeah.
It's
like
a plot
why
point,
why
too.
did they make this 10 years after the fact? Because nowadays this would have been made like a month after the first one came out. But in this one they were like, no, we'll take our time. We'll wait a decade before making a sequel. Is that something that you could do back in the day?
It takes time
I-
to make art. You can't just type it into a prompt and just have it come out the next minute.
Every
What is
fucking
Scott
frame of
Calvin
painting
up
for
to
this.
next year?
Well, apparently it was announced Disney intended to make a sequel in the year 2000.
Yeah, it came out 1 year.
Scant
2
8 years later.
So they just waited a long time.
But, I've got some fun trivia. The original teaser trailer for this film was reused teaser trailer material for the first Santa Claus, and it had the subtitle, The Escape Clause, which is not the subtitle of this movie.
That's the third movie.
I know.
That's
It's
crazy.
That might
pretty
explain why it's
wacky.
the wrong movie on my Plex server.
But that is the true original teaser for this, which I will play right now.
Once upon a wintry Christmas Eve, the stillness of the night was broken by the strange and wondrous vision of a fat, jolly figure in red. With a hearty ho-ho-ho, he stepped gracefully from his sleigh, slipped on a patch of ice, and blurted out a few words he doesn't ordinarily use. Then a new Santa took over. He's made a few changes at the North Pole, and Christmas will never be the same.
Relax. I have everything under control.
Tim Allen returns.
We need help in here. Clean this thing up.
Santa Claus 2, The Escape Clause.
So I find that fascinating. So this had a big marketing blitz, and they were re-releasing the original Santa Claus all over. It was on TV all the time. So that's when I watched the first one. And I didn't see this in theaters, but I did get it on DVD the next Christmas 2003, because in these days they would wait an entire fucking year to release holiday movies on DVD so they could get the next holiday season. So if you like that Jim Carrey Grinch movie, hope you're happy to wait an entire fucking year till next November.
I remember I remember getting that the next year and watching it on my grandfather's iMac.
So, and then I got this. I think this was one of the first DVDs I owned, and I like it. I think it's fun. I'm gonna ring the horny bell.
Jesus Christ!
Man,
don't say it.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
Cut his mic right now.
David
He
Krumholtz.
thinks Tim Allen's hot, dude.
He
what
thinks
the
Bernard is
fuck,
hot,
bro?
which we all do.
Bernard, dude. Bernard. He's only like 1,000 years old, dude.
As long
Yeah,
as it's
but
not Curtis, I
I
think
had
it's
a big
fine.
crush on Bernard when I was a kid.
I had a big crush on Principal Newman.
Of course,
When I
you
was
know,
younger.
obviously.
You're
Shocking.
not alone.
No
Fucking
one saw this
shocking.
coming,
You're one
yeah.
of like a ton of people on Letterboxd who thought she was hot.
So we had a pin in this previously where
We've
I
had a
brought
pin in
this
this
up
for a
last
fucking year.
It's been a whole year, guys, for this pin.
And
I don't
Big
remember what it
Beak
is.
says he's been analyzing my taste in women and men and whoever.
I have had
So-
no choice but to analyze your taste in women, Jess.
He does
Oh,
kind of.
what is
force
that
it
Jess is very
upon
supposed
you,
to
open
doesn't
mean?
about being horny on main.
I don't analyze it. I just accept it. He just goes, I think this character's hot, and
I can't. I'm too analytical of a person.
I know, but you gotta just let these things pass in the night.
I refuse.
One of
Big
these
Beak, I
days
want
we'll
to hear
talk
your...
about. One of
I
these
wanna
days
hear
we'll
your
talk about
hypothesis.
Jess's next script, because I've got a lot to say about the.
Principal Newman's just a scary lady. I respect a scary lady.
Well, you more than respect her. Let's put a pin back in this.
Please, let's move on.
Let's jam a pin back in this. Let's stuff several pins in this.
The flood has come, Big Beak. That's not all that has. Andrew,
oh god, is it all come?
my
It's the whole
fucking God.
flood?
Oh my god, we gotta
What-
let the Christmas out.
what is the premise of the Santa Claus 2?
Well, have you seen the Santa Claus? Just to start.
Yeah, we've all seen the Santa Claus.
No.
If you've seen it, yeah. If you've not
Big
seen
Beak.
it, if you've not seen the Santa Claus, Tim Allen becomes Santa Claus because he kills Santa Claus and puts on his suit. And the Santa Claus, legal clause, is that whoever wears the suit becomes Santa Claus. But we find out in this one that this little dumb shit elf forgot to tell him about the second part, the Mrs. Claus, which is
I want to
in
hit
the-
one really important plot point of the first Santa Claus movie,
Yeah, sure.
and that's that it wasn't actually about Santa Claus or Tim Allen being Santa Claus. It's about Tim Allen trying to get his son to like him, and then trying to
Yes.
get his son to shut the hell up. That's the first one. At the end, it's so sad because Tim Allen, Santa Claus, hugs his son Charlie, and he says, "I love you, son." And Charlie says, "I love you, Santa Claus," instead of "I love you, Dad." And that's just the saddest thing in the world. So keep in mind,
Well, don't worry.
if
their
Tim Allen
relationship
is
is
not
ruined
Santa
forever.
Claus, he will no longer have the love of his son and family.
Yes.
Well, it seems that this movie implies that that is still true. Like, the only reason why I love you is because you're Santa, and I can't tell anyone you're Santa, and that sucks.
Also, I just want to point out, in relating to the Mrs. Claus thing, he's been Santa for 8 years, and this hasn't been an issue. And all of a
that's 'cause
sudden,
the Santa Claus, it's written. It has to be within the first 8 years.
is it say that in the clause?
It does.
Okay,
It
I
does.
didn't read
I don't
it.
think it does. I think
don't
No,
think
the
it's-
little the dumb shit elf forgot to tell him the whole time.
From a legal standpoint, because that's the joke here. This is a wild law, the wild section of this contract that should have been addressed like the minute he became Santa. So, also, it implies
Curtis
implications
forgot.
about
Yeah,
the previous
the dumb
Mrs.
shit elf.
Claus, which I'll get to later, but whatever.
Do we want to hear the lore that they tell us in the TV show?
No
the
one
Santa
cares
Claus
about the
is-
Absolutely
lore from
not.
the TV
I-
show.
Previous
I'm
Mrs.
very
Claus is
firm
dead.
on this.
When
The
Santa
lore
Claus
does not
dies-
exist.
No
Because
one
they
Tim
gives a
go
shit
Allen-
into
about
that
Jess.
almost
Jess?
exclusively to answer all these fucking questions. That's the
Jess?
reason that stupid show exists.
No one cares about the.
When
only
Santa
Tim
you
Claus
Allen
care.
was
dies,
the first Santa Claus to survive a full year as Santa. Everybody else dies immediately on the roof. We've established this.
You've already told us the lore we need to know. We do not give a shit about the
Yeah.
lady lore.
That's the lore of the Santa Claus 1, is Tim Allen was such a duelist Santa Claus that he actually managed to live.
Yeah.
And now here he is 8 years later. The movie starts so differently. It's so different from the first Santa Claus. The first Santa Claus is basically a legal drama, and this one
Yeah.
actually feels like a Christmas movie. We start in the North Pole. There's a big CGI pan over of this tiny little like bunker town under the ice cap. The elves are flying around in jetpacks. Santa
It's so awful
is
too. It looks like shit.
Okay, so we don't actually see Santa. The first we see is the flyover of this oil company in some sort of like, B-40 bomber. I guess their plan is to drill for oil under the North Pole, which is an insane plan, but go off. I guess it's 2002. Sure. We all like oil. We're definitely not about to do anything crazy for oil. 2002.
We love oil.
Yeah, we gotta love oil, plenty of it. Honestly, do you think if those guys had found oil, Bush would have still invaded Iraq?
He would have invaded the North
Yeah.
Pole. They would have gone to war with the elves.
They would have gone to war with Santa Claus. Well, Santa's prepared for this because Santa's running like a Soviet style military with the elves in little Russian sailor suits as they pull up their periscope. They go to DEFCON. They go to like what is it? ElfCon 1?
ElfCon 1.
ElfCon 1, rig for silent running, where everybody's got to shut the hell up for 5 minutes and wait for the plane to go over.
Yeah, but dumb shit elf doesn't get the memo.
But dumb
there's one elf
who forgot about the Mrs. Claus is like listening
Curtis.
to a toy.
This
Who gives a
Curtis
shit?
character causes every problem in the fucking
Fuck
movie.
Curtis.
It's crazy. He
Curtis
forgets
is such an
Sounds like a
insane
couple.
character to introduce.
He forgets
He's like
everything, and he doesn't.
he's
he
800 years
causes
old.
like 5 problems.
Curtis feels like it's Spencer Breslin, right?
Spencer
Yes.
Breslin, yes.
Yeah, Curtis feels like such a we got Spencer Breslin under contract for a movie. Let's shove him in this kind of character.
Yeah, he's in the third
You know
one.
what I mean?
Pretty
Well,
sure.
but he's
I'm
got to
gonna
be in the third one
disagree.
because he's in the second one.
I think Spencer Breslin exists in this movie because our good friend David Krumholtz got old and got embarrassed, and he wanted a smaller, less effective role in this one and take a step back. So they kind of wanted a torch passing. And who's the new cute kid? And that was him, because Jonathan
Well, they got
Lipnicki
him.
didn't return the calls.
They got Spencer Breslin, and Spencer Breslin almost gets their entire society invaded by Halliburton.
Yeah.
He also almost
They
gets
all-
Santa unsanted, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
there was one
He
other
does
thing
get
he did
Santa
too.
unsanted.
He
Yeah,
does.
so
What was the
so
other problem he causes? There's one last one. I can't even remember.
he causes fascist Santa to come into existence.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
he's
right.
the one who
Yes.
creates fascist Nazi Santa.
So
He causes every
so
problem in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
so the first thing that happens is Bernard, after the plane passes over and they chastise their second in command elf for fumbling the bag so hard that he almost got their entire society nuked. Weapons of Christmas destruction.
There's the year
Ever
without
since
Santa.
no. Bernard turns to Curtis and says, "You better tell Santa right now." And Curtis says, I don't really want to. And eventually Santa drags it out of Curtis. The Mrs. Claus.
Well. They accidentally drag out that Charlie's on the naughty list first.
Yeah, that's first.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
different elf. They
Charles
brought
on
that
the
out, a
list,
different
he's
elf.
graffitiing the school, and the hot principal that Jess wants to marry is mad at him.
Just doesn't want to marry
Well,
her.
so the way
Yeah,
in
but
which
I don't want to
Charlie-
say
Marry
what
in
Jess
one
wants
day.
to do to her. So
the way in which Charlie graffitis the school is actually really interesting because it's a really weird, like, pro-Christmas graffiti. It's
very
like
odd.
aggressively pro-Christmas. Charlie is so pissed that their school does nothing to celebrate Christmas, that their public school doesn't have a single Christmas celebration.
Wait till you see what he does to the Starbucks that has generic holiday decorations.
Oh yeah. When
Oh, yeah,
they say Happy Holidays.
Charlie's one of those
Somebody
holiday
wishes
cup
Charlie
guys on
happy
Twitter.
holidays. He punches them in the face.
Charlie's one of those holiday cup guys on Twitter that's like, you need to put trees on your cup.
Yeah, I mean, if your dad was Santa Claus, like, you'd be really upset. I think he should have kind of vetoed the other way of being like, fuck Christmas, fuck my dad, fuck my
I
divorced
agree.
dad who never shows up.
Like his dad doesn't show up. That should
Well,
be the thing he's mad about.
Well, they kind of talk about that. They say that he's been a better father, and you kind of see the difference. I mean, compare this to the opening scene in the first Santa Claus movie. In the first Santa Claus movie, he grabs the mic away from a woman who's trying to give like, a very nice like speech to the office thanking them for their contribution. And in this one, he's like actively managing the workshop and he's playing tackle football with a bunch of children. And you get the sense that he's a much more caring and involved person than he was in the first movie. So, I kind of get the sense you get the sense that Charlie is kind of like, if I'm not militantly pro Christmas, then my dad's going to go back to being a bad dad again. You kind of get the sense that like all this stuff is kind of linked in Charlie's psychology, where he's got to be pro Christmas because Christmas is the only thing that made his dad a tolerable human.
It's actually really funny. The first, like when he goes back to not being Santa, like he goes back and he's Scott in the school meeting, he's immediately like a fucking asshole. Like just immediately becomes an asshole.
Well, you start with him as Santa at the North Pole, right? Mm-hmm. And he's a nice manager. He's a good guy. He's helping the elves build toys, which I guess they've only been doing for 2,000 years, but what do they know? That goes back to my, like, the North Pole runs itself. I think they're just doing like making work for him.
Yeah.
I think Bernard just throws him a bone. But
I think they're just keeping him busy as like the manager in charge. Like, we'll do the work, but you just get the...
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, he's hung out for the last 8 years in a way that no other boss they've ever had has, as we've established.
But also his fucking second in command forgot about a marriage clause in his Santa contract, so maybe the North Pole fucking sucks.
This says I gotta get married.
Oh no!
Which is an insane clause to add into that card. Also, like, he already was married, so what does that mean? Does the Santa Claus recognize divorce?
I guess the North Pole recognizes U.S. laws.
I mean, that's good. Maybe they didn't get married in like a specific church or something that you need to get married into for the Santa.
True love, which true love, like the sweater guy is the true love of the other person. So
yeah, they had a daughter that he loves more than his real child.
Well, no, let's not jump ahead. Let's talk about his other duty, which is meeting with the Council of Mythical Beings.
Absolutely banger choice to include this in the movie.
Because that's a hilarious... Like, what... The implication of this is that all of these people the jobs are passed through murder? How do you kill Father Time?
I don't know. How did Peter Boyle die in real life? Also, Peter Boyle was in the previous movie as Scott Calvin's boss. Did he have to kill the other Father Time and take his role?
Maybe that's what happened.
I don't think that's what happened, guys. I think they just had I think they had Peter Boyle's number and were like, "We need you to play Father Time." And he was like, "Sure, I have a free 3 days," and then he did it.
You think it took 3 days?
I don't think it's that deep.
Who's in this meeting? Because we've got
Mother Nature, played by Aisha
Mother
Tyler.
Nature.
Father Time, Peter Boyle. Easter Bunny's played by Jay Thomas. Kevin Pollak and Art LaFleur is the Tooth.
The Molinator.
You're forgetting
and
one.
Michael Dorn plays the Sandman, but he has like 2 lines. So
greatest role.
Incredible. I wish I had that part.
Also, don't dead name him. He's the Molinator.
Yeah, Molinator.
So we've got some very secular figures. No Kwanzaa guy, no Hanukkah guy. That's all I'm saying.
I think Tim Allen might have saw that in the script. Is that I'm not showing up. If we're recognizing any other holidays,
they're not.
I'm getting out of here.
It's not the Council of Holiday Figures. It's the Council of Mythical Characters. And I don't think there's any mythical character associated with those.
I think the holiday figure meeting might be separate.
Excuse me, Kwanzaa Bot from Futurama.
Okay,
Kwanzaa
Futurama
Bot,
isn't the
maybe.
Santa Claus.
So anyway, he's very nice in this meeting, and he comes up with the Tooth Fairy hates being called a fairy in a very homophobic way.
It's very...
Alan wrote that part himself.
He's got a very bad case
in a ghostwriting situation.
And then he tells... I do want to mention this. He tells them that he is being de-Santified, and they are all aghast at this. And I think the Easter Bunny says... Children are 23% happier since you became Santa.
Yes.
So Santa is like opinion polled.
The chart says.
There's the sharp. It's like the guy from MSNBC about the type of tree. You see, since Scott Calvin became Santa, all of childhood is much happier around the December times compared to the old Santa who can fuck off.
He's a much
Jim
better
Cramer
CEO
giving
of the
North Pole a bye.
But anyway, Scott goes to the real world to marry.
I'm so sorry.
Well, no,
I need
not
to
before.
stay- We meet Chet.
Yo, I don't want to
fuck,
talk
yeah,
about
Chet.
Chet.
I always forget about
hate
Chet.
I
Chet
fucking
is my
hate
least
Chet.
favorite thing in the movie.
Let's
I fucking
ignore
hate
Chet
that
for
shit.
now.
Let's
Let's
ignore
focus
Chet.
instead on Curtis and his plan. So Santa has to go back to the human world to do two things. The first is to find a wife
in like a
20
month,
days.
by the way. Like a month.
And the
Less than a
second
month.
is to discipline his son.
Or
I
get
have
his
to
son off
spank
the
Charlie,
naughty
then
list.
spank a wife.
It sure would be swell if those two things intersected somehow. A
In
lot
the
to do
same
in a
meeting,
month
perhaps?
otherwise. But I can't be in two places at once. Who's going to run the North Pole that ran for itself for 30 years without any Santas?
Well, it could be my
Curtis
first
has a
man,
solution for this.
Well, there was a Santa.
Even
Nope,
Bernard is
there's
like,
no-
I can run this shit. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, no, that would
So
have been
even-
fine.
Even if you're ignoring my lore that I contributed, even if you're just taking it by the first movie, like Bernard says, you got 11 months to get your affairs in order. That's 11 months he's not working at the North Pole. So they've gone almost a year without him there, and they still pulled off Christmas. I don't think that they're going to need him for another month.
But they need
Well, maybe
some
that's
sort
the
of
most important month. Maybe
they
that's
need-
the most
but they
important
need
month.
I mean, maybe.
But they
Because
need
they
the
call him back at Thanksgiving.
But he should have. I mean, you could prepare for that. You could build up your, if you're a supply chain manager, you would think that if children are 23% happier, they're doing 23% more work ahead of schedule. Ideally. I don't know what that even means. I don't know by what metric they measure that with.
There needs to be some
children
sort of
before just-
dictator of
Yeah,
the
if we're,
North
but
Pole.
if we're going outside the lore that we're thinking about, because it's easy to think about, and looking at the text of the film that we're watching, it's like their rationale is they need a Santa figure because the elves will be weirded out if there isn't a Santa.
Yeah, but they won't
Yeah,
be
that's
weirded
so
out
weak.
by a
Which
Santa
is, I'm just
that's
saying
like
that's
a
the
toy.
text. That's
Like
the
a
text.
toy figure.
Okay. That's the text. Yeah, Curtis has
Yeah.
decided to Frankenstein a toy he's doing a life size where he turns a toy into a larger version of the toy.
This is the director of Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. So
Oh my god. I didn't know. I had no idea.
about Toy Santa. Yeah, it is ridiculous the hoops we have to jump through to get him. I think he is the best part of this movie. I
It's
think
true.
that is Tim
Absolutely.
Allen's best performance in live action.
Well,
Back
they
the
needed-
fuck up to all three of you. What? What the fuck
It's
are
so-
you saying?
It's a proper comedic take, and it lets Tim Allen be at his
Like
best,
comedic
which
take,
is
it's not funny.
It's
him
hilarious.
being mean to
It's not
others,
funny.
and I think it's great.
It's not funny.
I'm
But
with
he's
Jess
so
on this. I think it's
rude.
great.
I think
it's
it's
very
awful.
funny.
Fantastic.
I think it's
I think
awful. I'll be
the
the
sad part
contrarian.
is it only exists so that they can do the Toy Story joke at the end.
I mean, he is basically doing his Buzz Lightyear performance like to the nth degree here.
Yeah. And then at
Are
the
you
end,
guys
he says, "You are
crazy?"
a sad, strange little man."
He does say that. I think it's great. I think it's the
Wait.
only part comedically that works for me in any way. I don't think any of the other comedy works for me in this movie.
I love when he beats the shit out of all those children. That's so fucking
Yes.
funny.
It's so funny to see Bernard back in the factory, like giving the foreman speech to the elves. Like, everyone, Santa's got a new look. Try not to look too hard. And don't use the word.
Don't use the word toy or plastic.
It's like the two plots that are happening at the same time and intercutting between each other. Like the romance part felt like it was for the girls in the audience, and the Toy Santa dictator Nazi shit, which I hated, was all for the boys, and that's the vibe I was getting the entire time. And I think this proves it to be true. So
Maybe.
So this
My
movie's
girlfriend liked
successful at making everyone happy.
my girlfriend
Sure.
liked the Santa dictator Nazi character.
I like
think
the
that
romance
is the
more,
only-
but I also like the dictator Santa.
But like the intentionality of the writing was the girls will like the romance, but the boys will like war stuff.
I'm not.
So-
I think you're ascribing too much intention to the writing in this film.
It's broader. It is a lot more like, let's kind of make weird faces at the camera. But the thing is, I find that funny. And I think Tim Allen is at his best when he's making weird, goofy faces and kind of being a little zoned out space cadet. And here we're trying to make him a romantic lead. And you can't have him do both.
Tim Allen is at his best when he's a coked up lunatic.
Yes.
Because that's what he is in real life.
He was arrested for selling coke, then he dimed out everyone, and he is literally still has bodyguards with him at all times because of that.
You got an oversupply. You gotta do something with it. So anyway, with everything set up.
So we're back in wherever they live.
Chicago, I think.
Chicago? I don't remember.
I think it's Chicago because the first one he's talking about I-94.
I don't know what roads are, so I'll take your word for it.
I think it was Chicago, but everyone, I would bet money that this was shot in Canada because I heard too many boots. Like all the extras were like, my bet is Vancouver, Toronto, but everyone's sorry about that. She just really wanted to say hi. And all these kids have like these very Canadian accents.
I hate to say, Jess is right on the money. This was shot in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah!
Also shot in
Makes
Burnaby
sense.
Bay, British Columbia.
It's pretty close to the
That
North
tracks
Pole.
with how Disney was shooting everything. It was either in Vancouver or New Zealand.
A lot of tax cuts.
Can we talk about the one date that Tim Allen has? The first date, like his ex-wife sets him up with a girl. And he's there
with Molly
Shannon. And she looks incredible. She looks great. And she's got a Santa Claus t-shirt. She loves Christmas, sings a Shania Twain song, and then he can't. He really does not have enough to hold.
Critical bag fumble for that one. Honestly, that's getting handed on the platter. His ex-wife manages to find him his ex-wife manages to find him somebody who worships Christmas, and he just completely drops the bag.
Oh, she was embarrassing in a restaurant. Bro, you're fucking Santa Claus, dude. Who are you expecting to find that's going to be like, oh, you're Santa Claus? Oh, that's sane and normal. I accept that. No one. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's got to find this person. In a month, he's got to be married to this person.
You just found the person who will do it. If you told her right there you're Santa Claus, she would say, I do.
I was with my girlfriend for 8 years before I married her. How the hell is Tim Allen going to do this in a month?
And he picks a woman who hates him.
Yeah,
he
because
was
he's
an
like
asshole
Jess and
to.
finds that hot.
Yeah.
So let's talk about
Elizabeth
talk
Mitchell.
about the female love interest.
Carol Newman.
Jess, go ahead and take that pin out, buddy.
God, she is an
She's
ideal
so
woman.
pretty. I made a board about how much I love her.
I just think that she's a really fun performance until she kisses Tim Allen, and then suddenly it's like she's been licking lead paint for the last 5 minutes, and she loses all the personality we've developed for her.
This is true. The entire ending, her personality is gone.
Yeah, she's just Tim Allen, love me.
She just like starts twiddling her hair like, oh my God, he's cute. He's so cool.
I've got kind of a theory about that. It's a very it's a
The
very
Mrs.
thin
Claus
theory,
mind
but we can
wipe.
talk about it when we get there.
But no, we introduce her as this stone cold woman that really cares about her school and the grades of her students and the well-being of her students. And even the quote unquote ne'er-do-well she will defend and like stand up for because she thinks that everyone deserves an opportunity and she believes in community service. I think she's a cool, well-rounded character. And then she gets sucked into this Santa Claus. And it's like when Aunt Becky gets found in Full House, and then suddenly she loses all of her IQ as soon as she marries Uncle Jesse. She just stops being a woman with agency.
Well, the first time we see her, Tim Allen is just being a complete like jack off to her. How could you not have a single Christmas tree in this entire school? Here's $1. Buy yourself a wreath. Walks out with his son. Scott Calvin is the worst parent to have at like a PTA.
Well, it doesn't exist. Like, we have a literal ticking clock on Tim Allen's wrist of how much
that's another insane plot point. This is how much magic you have left in your blood, Santa. Like, it's like, this is your microplastics level Santa.
It's not in his blood, it's in his balls.
This magic is stored in the balls.
His magic is stored in his balls.
It's the 10 Santa magic, and of course, some stuff only costs like one. Like learning a kid's name, that's only one. But
no, knowing a kid's name, not learning it. Yeah,
but like
What is the
making snow though, that's like 3. That's like 3 magics.
Yeah. And he runs out of
I love how
magic.
they assign value to the magics. Like this is like it's like his mana. Like the spell costs 1 point. The spell costs 5 points.
Well, it's the spell slots. He doesn't get them back until a long rest. But he's in a dungeon. There's enemies everywhere.
So much of this does reek of like a D&D campaign. That's like the DM is like throwing every like bone he can at this guy.
You put on the coat and it's cursed. You're Santa Claus now. But you have to get married.
This reeks of the DM desperately trying to get the campaign back on track. Like, oh, you got to get married. You meet a woman who loves Christmas. And he rolls a die.
I reject her. I reject her.
Okay, well, yeah, honestly, he doesn't go on any
You're
other
such
dates.
principle. I don't know.
He dates one woman in this entire quest to find a wife. He goes on one date with Molly Shannon and then just completely forgets about it.
And then he decides, I'll do the principle and I'll go to a party and give everyone gifts. And that cost me like 6 magics, but it's okay. It's gonna work.
And then he conjures a mistletoe, and that's how he runs out of magic.
That's the last
mistletoe is
magic.
Like 30. The mistletoe is 30 points.
Magic. It's like
if he walked across the room, there was already one there too.
Yeah, he could like lift it up. He was literally at a faculty Christmas party.
I don't think that one was I don't think that magic spell was actually the mistletoe. I think that was a love spell. I think that was the spell that makes her fall in love with him. And the mistletoe is like a byproduct. That was like a critical success roll. He rolled a nat 20.
I know this is I'm looking at this in context a little bit of romantic leads of the early 2000s. A big common thing they did with women in this era is did the whole I'm a big, strong, independent lady and I have a tough job and I'm tough and I'm awesome and I don't need a man. And then they meet a man and they melt into a puddle and become a blank person. So she's just one of like 15,000 on-screen women that have experienced.
Just like Marion from The Music Man and everyone inspired by her.
Let's talk for a second about how from Carol's perspective this movie is completely fucking insane.
Oh, actively.
So from Carol's perspective, this is the order of events. She finds a child in her gym who has rappelled down from the ceiling late at night to tag a Christmas tree on the wall with a big line through it that says no Christmas allowed. Yeah. She, for some reason, is also at the school at 3 a.m, just waiting for this to happen, I guess.
I think the implication is he's done it a ton before, so maybe she's on the ball about some of his
I guess it's like she's like, it's holiday season, Charlie's going to be doing shit.
Because she caught the locker vandalization later in the movie in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Do you know how much shit a principal would be in just for going to a school? Like, at that time, the alarms can only be set at certain times at a school.
So the next thing that happens is she calls in Charlie's parents, which in this case are Laura and his stepdad Neil, and also Scott, who is not really a big presence in Charlie's life, she says, to this big parent-teacher conference.
But they have met before this teacher conference. They say that. It's been like 5 years.
They say that he only shows up when he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She has flagged up that he's not too active in Charlie's life.
He was very active in this meeting, though, being a complete fucking asshole.
Yeah. And also, he's like in between Santa, so he just looks like a weird old guy right now.
Yeah. So then he's got white hair and kind of an in-between beard, and he's very large, and he's a dick, and he throws her like $1 and says, "Buy a reef." All but saying the C word.
The Disney version of the C word.
They did record that. It's a deleted scene.
Yeah.
And it was just Tim Allen out of character.
Yeah, it was just on in between takes.
The next thing that happens from her perspective is Charlie tags a very actually well-realized caricature of her on the locker with a bubble that says, "I hate Christmas," basically.
No, it says trim a tree, go to jail.
Yeah,
It's less
which,
clever than I Hate Christmas.
Yeah, not very. I didn't get that as a kid. I was like, what does that even mean? Because I didn't really know what trimming a tree meant. I thought that he was against, like, hedge trimming or something. Um, and so then she calls in Scott again. Scott has by this point lost weight dramatically, and also his hair is getting less white.
And she's like, dang, he takes care of himself. We should
Like,
go on a
dang,
date.
you lost a lot of weight in between meetings.
She says, you lost a lot of weight. Are you okay? And then, she's about to suspend him, quite appropriately. I'm amazed that it's taken this long. He talks her out, Scott talks her out of it. And then she says, okay, well, I'll see you Saturday for community service, both of you. And Tim Allen is like, well, yeah. But he shows up anyway, he brings her coffee. By this point, he has lost all of the Santa weight. He has no beard. He looks just like regular Tim Allen. She should, by all rights, not even recognize him. He would just be a completely unrecognizable figure to her. Imagine if you met this guy and over the course of 2 weeks, he lost about 200 pounds.
But the kids still know he's Santa, though.
Yeah, he just has magic.
Yeah, so then a kid named Pamela runs up to him and, the mom says, I'm sorry, she just insisted on, bitching to you about what she wants for Christmas.
She said, sorry about this. She just really wanted to talk to you.
That's true. It's like really noticeable.
Yeah.
This goes back into my insane, like, how do all the kids have Santa sense? All the kids have like extrasensory perception of who Santa is. So from this point in the movie, Santa starts using up his well of Santa magic. He's pissed at Pamela too. He's like, you cost me, Pamela.
How fucking dare you, Pamela, you bitch.
Even when he's nice to kids, he's still kind of a dick.
Yeah.
All but saying the C word to Pamela.
The Disney C word.
And then he just, like, here's this jarring thing. I assumed there was stuff, like, when I think about this movie, I assume there's, like, more story in between. We cut away to Rubber Santa story, then we cut back, and Scott just shows up at her door.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
weird. Well, he's only got a month. He's got to move fast.
So he just shows up at her house and is like, I'm going to drive you to your thing.
No, he's just at her house, just like, do you want, like, noodles or pie? And she's like, what the fuck? I'm going to a Christmas party. It's like, here, I'll give you a ride. And then they go in a romantic sleigh, and they go to a boring Christmas...
strange man who, for all I know, has lost 200 pounds over the course of a night.
Yeah, exactly.
And was just about to call me the C word the other day.
Yeah, so they go on a horse-drawn sleigh ride, and she says, I used to believe in Santa so much that I would pick fights with kids who said he wasn't real. I would beat the shit out of those little brats. And then eventually my parents said, hey, fucker, I used to be worse than Charlie.
Then while that's going on, she's like explaining, like, the things that she would do. I'd like leave the reindeer out some carrots, and I'd leave like a cot out for Santa to sleep. And he's like, actually Santa couldn't sleep there.
Your Santa lore is actually incorrect. Again, this is the DM desperately trying to get the campaign back on track.
David Gilbert just shows up. It's just like, actually, the reindeer do this.
Yeah, that scene. I'm like, he's not winning points with this woman.
Yeah.
I don't get how.
No, he's rolling insight checks.
Yeah,
it's the mind wipe at the end. You're right.
No,
the last bit of magic.
It's actually worse. He's doing a mild version of negging.
So Charlie also shows up on the date. And he starts throwing snowballs at principal's house.
Yeah.
I had no idea where my principal lived. I'm honestly kind of amazed Charlie had the wherewithal to go find his address.
That seems a separate day. That isn't the same day as the party, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it's after the party. It's the night, I think.
I thought it was a different day. Whatever.
No, because I think it's the same night. And that's the same night when he tells her that he's Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she doesn't take it
and
well.
She's like, what the hell? Get the fuck out of my house. She finally realizes.
She's so cool with all the stuff he was saying beforehand. He's like, usually I'm a lot fatter and I have a beard. And she's like, you know what? I weight fluctuate. I don't mind a guy with a beard. You work far away. That's all cool. Like, he was handling this bag all right.
I just want to say, if I was this woman, like, sometimes when I watch this, if I was a woman in this position and a man I was dating told me, like, I am Santa, what the fuck would I react with? It's like,
That's the
yeah,
equivalent of like, I am God.
yeah.
You just
Like,
you
that's
have
the
to kick him
equivalent
out of your
psychological
house. There's
disorder.
Yeah, you just
there's
kick him
no.
out.
You
You
might
have
need
to
to
kick
That
get
him
him
reminds
out.
me
help.
of that Jeanette McCurdy biography where she had a boyfriend who got really into
He
Christianity
thought he
and
was
then came to the
Jesus.
conclusion
Oh, yeah.
that he was Jesus.
Sane, rational conclusion, I
But
think.
but in this case, she's the fool because he actually was.
Yeah,
And
Miracle
she,
on 34th
the
Street,
principal
obviously.
kicks him out, not because she thinks he's insane, but because she thinks he's making fun of her. She's got
I'm
so
sorry
much
to
Christmas trauma.
interrupt here, but I've cited the text. It does appear to be a different night. They are both in very different outfits.
I was gonna say they
during
were
this
wearing
scene.
entirely
Damn.
different outfits. It doesn't make any sense that you have this
Never
conversation
mind.
the
It's
same
like
night as the
Yeah.
party.
It's like right after the party scene, though, so I
So
just kind of
they-
assumed they went home.
I'm losing track of this because you've only got this and it cuts to this in the North Pole where Curtis
It
is
jumps all over the place. But that
Yeah.
does imply either they fucked real hard and changed their clothes, or they changed or a different day and they still fucked. I think they are post-coital at this point.
You know what? There's also the C plot. I completely forgot about the C plot, which is Charlie is so pissed that he's not allowed to tell anybody that his dad is Santa Claus. And also Lucy, his half-sister, is starting to wonder if Uncle Scott is Santa Claus, even though she's a child. And by all the rules we've seen in the universe, she should have an innate knowledge that he's Santa Claus.
No, because
Maybe the bloodline kind of throws.
Yeah.
Well, she's not related
She
to
is
him.
just so she's not related to him at all. She
Yeah.
is so she's got no clue. This Santa Claus looking motherfucker shows up with a reindeer.
the
and she's
sweater
just
guy
like,
jeans in her kind of just prevent the Santa Claus knowledge from seeping.
It must be all the Neil the psychiatry
All the
genes.
Neil. Yeah.
That's another DM rolling a critical insight failure for her every single time.
I want to give credit to this movie where it's due. I think it does great casting for its child actors. There are some inspired choices for the first two movies with Eric Lloyd, who I think is a fantastic child actor in that first movie and is very good here. I think David Krumholtz as well, when he was young, was really, really good. And the girl that plays this, I think Lucy, is also very, very good. I think they're all very, very great kid actors. And I think that
Spencer Breslin's
effective.
good too.
Yeah, Liliana Moomey is the actor who plays the younger kid, and she was also in Cheaper by the Dozen.
Ooh.
I don't
Whoever
like
that
movie.
actress who replaced Judy was also very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, may she rip in peace. I found out she died in 2021 through my research. I think she's better than Judy even.
Yeah,
Anyway, it's really strange that Charlie is not able to tell people that Scott is Santa, because why is it a secret again? It wasn't a big secret in the last one. The last Santa didn't even give a shit if anybody saw him.
If you think about it, though, it makes some sense, because clearly in this world, there's still the lack of belief in Santa among most characters, despite Santa obviously really being real. So
It's probably just that Scott still wanted.
He would just
for
he'd feel
kidnapping
insane.
Charlie.
Charlie would be seen as insane. Like if he told everyone my dad is Santa, he would be
It's
put in a home.
how Andy's mom never reappears in the Child's Play franchise because she definitely tattled on that crazy doll thing, and she definitely wanted the mental institution and never came out.
Yeah.
Honestly, Charlie should be so fucking famous. I didn't even think about this before, but Charlie should be super well known as the kid who thought his dad was Santa and went missing for a month. And then his dad came back and flew reindeer over his house.
I also like to think that 1990 Chicago just stopped caring at certain points. So maybe that's why
In about
he's not
2002, 8 years later. Yeah, I guess that is
it's
probably
been 8
enough
years.
time.
He's a teenager now. Who gives a shit?
That'd be a little
9/11's
fun
happened.
fact.
We have more important problems.
9/11 happens. Nobody cares about Santa.
He would have been famous in the in-between. I do see that implication there, but I think by this point in the franchise, they just do not care about Charlie's backstory. And he might have moved schools a couple times, so the legend kind of died. So
the house does look different in this.
It would be funny because Carol should also know this. Carol should also remember that time that Santa kidnapped his son. Charlie had the wanted posters up. This was a big event. The cops are everywhere. I feel like Carol should be like, didn't you kidnap Charlie for a month at one time?
Also,
Maybe you shouldn't be allowed near this school.
While we're on the topic of Charlie, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up how the actor who played Charlie appeared on the floor in 2024 with the topic of Christmas movies as his main subject and
he
lost in the
lost.
first episode.
I saw that live.
God.
I just wanted to bring that up. I didn't know how else
What
to
is
bring
the
it up.
floor? What is that? How does that work?
Oh, it's terrible. Don't even.
It's a
don't even
terrible
watch
show,
it.
but I love watching it. I'm watching the newer season now with my fiance. But like, they
it's great
battle over
background noise.
topics, and they just have to name things that are the topic in like 45 seconds and like beat each other to win like 100K or something.
They show
is
you
the
like a
dumbest
photo, and you have to
show.
name like horse or
Horse.
it's like the category is
Oreo
barn or
cookies
like
or, like,
farmyard.
Like
And they'll show
Mattel
you a photo.
toys.
Yeah.
It's
Crime
basically
Fighting Duos
what is on
one this
screen.
season.
Is it a horse?
Does he
Yeah,
just say
you've gotta
Santa
name-
Claus 2? Santa Claus 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Santa
so
Claus
they
2.
would have showed the movie frame,
Yeah.
and he had to pick it out. He sure blew it, to be honest, in an embarrassing way. I'm sure Santa's very disappointed in him. Yeah, so Charlie shows up. He gives her a snow globe. He says, "Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing." They're really proud of that.
Is very
Anti-metaboly. What is it? They're really proud of that anti-metaboly. They really enjoy that they did that, and they keep fucking it up going forward.
It's not clever.
It was
It's
good in the
really
first
not.
movie, and then they don't know how to use it anymore. But she sees, I guess, the same CGI, like poorly rendered image of the North Pole we saw, and suddenly she believes that Scott is Santa.
I
Prior
think that
to
was
this-
the last thing. The last bit of her firing neurons went off, and she's just totally Christmas pilled.
Well, this goes back into my theory. So prior to this, unbeknownst to her, or I guess Charlie, Scott has or Curtis has come south. The plastic fascist Santa, Christmas Mussolini, has imprisoned Bernard. He has decided that every child in the world is naughty and deserves coal.
Oh,
Which, by the
wow.
way, like, he gives a valid reason. He points out, like, this kid cut his sister's hair with scissors against her will. This kid, like, is part of a gang in Brazil. Like, and Curtis is,
He's so right, though. He's so right for that.
this kid has 3 felonies on his rap sheet, and Curtis is just like, we like to cut kids a little bit of slack this time of year. And Santa's
No!
like, I think they're all pretty naughty. Curtis rolls
Give
a
'em
critical
coal.
speech check failure there.
We have rules for a reason, and that's not good. That's not good behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Santa imprisons Bernard and orders the elves to basically mine for coal. I guess where the oil
Yes.
was. The North Pole actually does have
it's
coal
like
and oil.
RuPaul does the frackings. So did Toy Santa. He started fracking like RuPaul does.
Just to finish off the movie from Carol's perspective, Charlie shows up, gives her the snow globe. Then I guess Charlie shows up again and says, "We got to get to the North Pole. Rip my tooth out, because then the tooth fairy will come get me." And I guess she does. And then she's excited. She rode with the tooth fairy. She's her hand's still dripping with Charlie's blood. Charlie rappels in from the ceiling and saves Santa, and they fight Christmas Mussolini together. And then they defeat Christmas Mussolini. They stop him from delivering coal, which I guess would have been a problem for some reason. And then Scott turns to her and says, "Oh, by the way, I got to get married now." And, you can say yes right now, and all this can be yours, as he gestures broadly to his,
Oh, God. Yeah, this part's so fucking creepy.
This is an awful imposition to be put in. Like,
It's such a bad thing to say to somebody.
to which he then says, and this is verbatim in the movie, "You can say no, but, the elves will lose their jobs, and, the North Pole will shut down, and Christmas will be over forever." But, it's totally your choice.
No pressure, though. No pressure.
And
You
she's
don't have to
"Well,
marry
what else
me."
can I say?
It's either you live in a mansion and joy, or 5911s.
Well, it's like isolated. She's isolated at the top of the world with like Tim fucking Allen and
And his son.
3,000 tiny little elf children. I can't say, I'd be tempted to cancel Christmas if those are my options.
No, but it's okay because she gets to be principal of the elf school, so.
Yeah, the elves are going to humor her in the same way they humored Santa. Yeah, we've been studying quantum physics and building GPUs for the last 2,000 years, but whatever. Sure, we'll go to your fucking elementary school.
teach me basic algebra. Let's go.
Okay, Jess, now you can go to your precious mid show.
Magic Week continues on Magical World of Disney.
Look out below.
When Tim Allen takes over the reins
We go straight on this road. Do we hit I-94?
from the big guy
Santa,
in a magical transformation.
have a piece of fruit.
Tim Allen stars in The Santa Claus. Then Patrick Dempsey makes a strategic investment.
Going out with me is not going to make you popular. I have $1,000. It says it will.
Can't Buy Me Love, Monday on Disney. Movies every night at 7, 6 Central.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt you in the middle of the show, but we've got a show to you. Today's show is brought to you by the extremely kind donations by our donors over at Patreon. Andrew, what's Patreon? Who's supporting us?
Man, Patreon's where you can go to watch the longer version of our episode that we made, because this episode is going to be 3
cut
hours
so
long.
bad, guys.
There's literally no way.
It's gonna all go in. It's
Nothing.
all
No
going
way.
in.
No, well, maybe with Jess editing.
Yeah, it might just be like 2
Um,
hours.
We'll just speed run the Letterboxd game.
Our current patrons are Leighton A, Ewan Cassidy, Monica Thoreau, Brent Black, John Vanals, Russ Walker, Musical Hell, Janae Seed, Nothing, A Certain Effect, Beth in Texas, Thesbian, Chai Teacup, Chris Marcotte, Hija Maria Anastasio, RJ Nariga, Joe, Toriana Frazier, Sammy the Attic Jacobson, Kaylee Blazier, Sofina Ali, The Omega Geek, Maddie Wargle, Eliza Erdman, Evan Ball, Rora Marasso, Mara Necro 10, Puffy Boy, Gold-Plated Kikimora, Ari Artie, Carl Baldasso, JRL Studios, Fiberty Jiggett, Caleb Bailey, Sofina Hurtado, Jessica, Pants, Casey Denning, Star Fox and Socks, and Xavier Bastida.
These people help us keep the lights on here at the Cheese Wheel, and if you'd like to join them in supporting us and get tons of fun perks, such as our episodes several days early at this point, seeing extended uncut versions of the episodes, as we will probably have this one be, and tons of other stuff, come join us over on Patreon. Let's get back to the show.
Hey, better smile.
Take a look, what do you see? It's time for fun, you're on TV. Put a smile on, everybody come on. Put a smile on.
It's a magical time at McDonald's, now that Pinocchio and his posable friends are here. The only place to see Pinocchio is in theaters. And the only way to bring one home is in a McDonald's Happy Meal.
It's time for everyone's favorite part of the show, where Liz Eston curates a bunch of Letterboxd reviews, and Andrew and Big Beak have to go head-to-head to guess whether they're 1-star or 5-star based on nothing but the review alone. It's time for previews. All right. Andrew, you want to go first? I assume I'm on your team. My Republican grandma loves this shit.
I'm sure she does. We're going to give that a 1.
That is correct. And Tim Allen is everyone's Republican grandma.
That's true.
Republicans do actually really like this. My wife's goddaughter's grandparents, who are very Republican, really love the Tim Allen movies, which is
goddaughter's grandparents.
I see it.
which is insane because, if you watch this with a, not conservative eye, it's an incredibly raunchy movie, The Santa Claus.
They say
True.
the C word like 6 times.
This word,
And I'm so horny throughout.
The Santa Claus 2 is a much more straightforward, like, children's Christmas movie than this first Santa Claus.
But that makes it better. It's a real movie where the Santa Claus one feels like
A mess.
a strange mishmash of ideas.
Oh, I think that's why the Santa Claus one works so well. I think they're both fine. I just think they work in different ways.
And then the Santa Claus 3 doesn't exist. All right, Liz.
Sure.
Tim Allen mentioned that 3-month honeymoon like it was a threat.
Oh yeah, he
was.
does, doesn't
Yeah, I do these before I watch the movie, and I was like, they're exaggerating, and then I watched it this morning, and I was like, holy shit, that's scary.
he? He does say, like, you better get ready.
You better get ready. I haven't had sex in 8 fucking years.
Get ready, you big C word. Yeah, I've been stuck up here at the North Pole with a bunch of children for 8 years.
I'm going to take a pit out of it.
Or is a 1 or a 5?
1.
That's a 5. I'm so sorry.
Andrew.
Yeah?
What happened to Spencer
The real
Breslin,
question.
though?
But he
Stuck
fucked
in
up
the North Pole.
everything. They put him in a cage and they flew him out of there. They're like, this kid's ruining Christmas.
Have you seen The Happening?
Oh God, no.
Where he gets shot in the face?
What?
No.
The Happening is unironically one of my favorite movies to watch. It is a blast. And
It looks
Spencer Breslin
awful.
gets shot in the
That's
fucking face.
wild.
Does he
Oh,
still
it
work?
is.
Yeah, he's still working.
Probably.
No, he's still working.
Yeah, like at a
No,
bar.
no, he's in movies.
No, I think
The
someone.
Wendy's.
No, someone.
I saw him at Wendy's the
No,
other
I
day. Yeah.
swear to.
Aren't you from
No,
Spy
I
Kids?
swear to God, our friend Aaron Chalakian saw him bartending recently.
You say you're from Santa Claus too, right? You're like the kid, Shania Twain.
I'm only saying that because he was in a movie in 2024. So, like,
That's
That's
a
a one.
5.
It's a 1.
I relate to Santa because I too am in love with Carol Newman.
5 stars.
That's 5 stars. They are horny.
That was Jess's review. So
That's Jess
I
wrote
wrote
that, actually.
Just wrote that. Oh my god.
Jess wrote that note like a ghost.
Andrew,
Yep.
what if there's a gay Santa?
That was my
That's
question.
What's his story?
I would assume you don't have to marry a woman. It doesn't say that, you know.
No, I think it says he's got to
It says
take
you
a
have to
wife
have,
in
you have to
matrimony.
obtain a wife. My theory was you have to be in like a lavender marriage, so you have to marry a woman, but you don't have to like actually do any of the like the being a couple thing. You just have to have like a fake wife for appearances.
Now,
I think
can
you
a
just need a
man be a
bottom.
wife? Can a man be a wife?
Not tech. Non-binary shit can go to that discussion, but I don't know.
This is some right-wing talking points we got here.
Very
Yeah.
legally gray clause.
More
I
like
would
legally
say.
gay.
Bruh.
Oh, bruh.
Counting or not counting elf violence.
Oh, it's so over.
Oh,
Was this
God.
my
So
question?
fucking sad.
This
damn.
episode is canceled.
Is this my question?
Yeah, this is Andrew. This is yours.
It was your question. I asked
Okay.
it.
Can we repeat it?
What if there's a gay Santa?
What if there's a gay Santa? 5. They paid too much attention. There's no way.
That's correct.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
1.
That's a 1.
Hey.
Tim Allen's review of the.
Tim Allen's review of being on this movie.
I don't know. Tim Allen probably loved this shit because he's still doing it.
Yeah.
I love being Santa Claus. It's my favorite thing. They pay me a lot of money, and I can't get replaced by Chris Evans.
Was that the review?
No,
that's
the review.
That's Tim Allen's review on his secret Letterboxd account.
The review is good lord.
Good lord.
Good lord, indeed.
Oh, that is a tough one because that could mean a lot of things. We're gonna go with 1 though. We're gonna go with 1.
That is correct.
Big Beak. Currently having PTSD from the horrifying toy soldiers that work for Hitler Santa.
Kind of pathetic.
5 stars.
It's a 1. They're having unironic.
Soldiers are very pathetic. Like you could just kick them down.
They're not even.
Like,
There's not even people in them most of the time. They're usually just like empty trash cans you can
It's
knock
true.
over.
It's like those weird
The
trash
end fight,
cans from
the elves
Wiz
just throw
movie with
snowballs
teeth.
at them and win.
That's how we should take on ice.
With
freeze
weird
them
toy
with
soldiers
snowballs?
and Hitler Santa.
The average ice agent.
Yeah.
The average ice agent is way too fat for that to work.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
They
true.
can tank a
That's just
snowball. It
true.
might even bounce back at you.
Yeah.
Andrew, you got to look at me for this one. So
I'm
I'm
looking.
gonna do my hand gestures for the emojis. All right.
Okay.
I love you, Bernard. I hate you, factist plastic Santa.
Factist.
Spelt Facist. Factist.
I agree. He is a fascist Christmas dictator. They definitely dressed him up to be more reminiscent of a communist dictator, like Stalin. That
Sounds like
said,
you're
I think
Stalin
he's.
right
I think he's
now.
Mussolini. I
That
don't
said-
think.
was
Really, you know what? I think he's Donald Trump.
It's true. It is.
Yeah,
It is
he's
Tim
just
Allen.
Trump.
Comes out this real plastic looking face. He's got, he
He actually has
he's-
a little foundation on his hand, but we don't
He's got foundation on everything. He's fucking plastic. We're gonna say that is a 5 because they just feel like there's too much passion in that comment. You know.
Hey guys, should we buy a cameo from Spencer Breslin?
No.
How much?
no.
$10.
No.
$10. What can we make him say?
Well, we asked for resident.
I might do this.
You gotta have him say, "Hi, it's Curtis from Santa Claus 2. Remember when I fucked
You
Christmas?"
should do like a fake. You should just do like a fake happy birthday message and like also plug my podcast, please.
Happy
no,
birthday
I
to
should have
fascist
him read
Santa.
the credits to the our episodes where it's like this episode.
You
is
should have him
produced-
read the Mrs. Claus.
That'd be awesome.
I'm really considering this. Like, this might be the dumbest waste of money I've had.
Just have him say like, "Oh, Santa, I forgot to tell you. By the way, you got to get married."
Have him read it. Read the text. That
Yeah,
he
read
read.
the actual text of the clause. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Also,
Fuck, this
no
is too
fatties.
good.
That was the final
fat
little
chicks.
the little line at the end. It's,
That's like written in like pen on the end of the card. Thanks for taking control of the podcast, Liz.
Someone has to fucking take control of this thing.
This is a Hallmark movie from the Carol's perspective, except at the end she has to fight Christmas Mussolini. That just shows up out of nowhere from her perspective.
literally out of nowhere. No.
She's like, here's my other theory. So my very, very thin theory
Mhm.
is that like she's just a construct created by the Tooth Fairy.
Oh.
Okay.
I made her in my garden.
So like the real person's still back in Chicago, and this is just
Yeah.
a fake Carol.
Yeah, this
It's
is
like a
this is
Pygmalion
a-
version of Carol.
Yeah, it's like a Roy construct because Roy's like, wait, I can. I've got an idea. I've collected thousands of teeth over the years.
Okay.
He's having sex with a bag of teeth.
She's made out of children's teeth.
Oh no,
That's what he's doing with them.
Scott! Don't do it.
God.
Stop, Scott.
Ah.
What is our overall thoughts on the Santa Claus 2 and our cheese ratings? Andrew, why don't you start us?
Okay. Wowee. Yeah. Honestly, I can't hate this movie because it's the lore is so weird and fucking sloppy. It's so funny to think about. Boy Santa is hilarious, and I think it's just I've got too much childhood memories of this particular movie that I can't hate it, despite I'm pretty sure this movie's awful.
I don't think you need to hate it. I don't think it's awful. I think it's mid on the side of okay.
Maybe. You might be right about that. There's certain
I think
parts
it's
of it
fun.
that are like, why does Scott's character flip-flop between being a wholesome Santa Claus and the biggest asshole that's ever been in a movie before? And I think the explanation of that is that sometimes they allowed Tim Allen to improv, because I'm pretty sure Tim Allen improv is just being mean. And so every
Yeah.
time they let him do that, he just became mean, and that's it. Yeah. Santa Claus 2, it's a wacky, wild, fun thing, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna give it milk and cookies.
Fair enough. Big Beak, you're next. Whatever. Cheese rating is just a construct at this point.
I unapologetically like this movie. I think it's good. I can't think of any ways to improve it except make Tim Allen say the C word.
Wow.
And he wanted to.
Very cool.
He was mouthing it in the background. Yeah, I want to look up and see if there's any deleted scenes like that 1-800-SPANK ME thing. Also, more Neil. Just more Neil in general.
That's a good point.
Um,
Neil is excellent every time.
More
he
Judge
shows up.
Reinhold, just in general, as a principal.
Yeah, more Neil. Give us more Judge Reinhold. Give us more sweater. I loved all of his sweaters in this. Unironically, I thought that he had some
I don't
great
like
sweaters.
the green one.
Oh, I don't.
like the
Well, I
green
don't like any of the ones Tim Allen wears. I don't like that one, but I think that Judge Reinhold himself has some good fits. I like that black sweater that had kind of the colored squares on it. I thought that was really good. I'd wear that sweater. Yeah, my cheese rating is one of Neil's sweaters.
All right. Okay. Liz, we got to keep this trend up, or are you going to really give us a cheese?
Yeah, I'm kind of like Andrew, where like I've seen this movie so many times on cable and like at home, like with my family, and whenever it's on ABC Family. I was on ABC Family all the time, the 2000s, I'm pretty sure, so I'd always watch it. I dislike a lot of aspects of this movie as an adult, but I have to love it on some level nostalgically, and I can't help that. And I don't hate it, but it's like not great. So I'm saying like on the high level of mid, but it's not like the best of this best Christmas movie you could get your hands on. But I didn't hate it. I'm gonna give it garlic bread, no cheese, just garlic bread. Because cheesy garlic bread isn't that good. You don't need cheese on your garlic bread. You just need garlic and oil, and that's all you need.
I can see Jess cracking. I can see him breaking down as the facade, the cheese
facade
wheel
cracks
completely
with all of
shatters
us.
around him.
I did not come up with the cheese thing. The gentleman to the left of me did.
And we broke it.
It's
That's
been broken
fine.
for decades.
I think this movie is great. Principal Newman, hottie, hot, hottie. 10 out of 10, great movie. I am giving this a delicious cheeseburger from McDonald's. Be sure to point the logo at the screen, everybody. Make sure that we say it's really good. Be sure, Judge Reinhold, to eat the burger directly while facing the camera. Make sure that logo's out.
I go for a Big Mac right now, guys. How about you?
I mean, it beats the product placement Denny's got in the first one, where it was basically like an analogy for hell on earth.
I like that. That was respectable. Like, where I'm like, Denny's was willing to be said, we don't have any of the food you want. We are a last resort, but hey, we're open.
Denny's, we're open.
It's extra good now because they're not even open anymore. They stopped that shit.
Big Beak, as always, you are a wonderful and chaotic guest. Please promote your wonderful content for the world to find.
Hi, I'm Big Beak Entertainment. You can find me here at the Cheese Wheel biannually, way more often than you can on my actual YouTube channel now at this point.
Fourth host?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my gosh.
Then we can have guests and we can have 5 people at once.
Yeah.
That's great. Perfect. Great idea.
Get more members
our
than
Big
the
B
fucking
should just
Supreme Court.
replace me.
I refuse.
We don't. The last thing this show needs is another man, with respect. Yes, I highly recommend Big Beak Entertainment. It is great entertainment. His Peanuts videos are always. I literally just rewatched all 3 of them last week.
Yeah, go rewatch my videos. Give me that sweet 10 cents of ad revenue. Join my Patreon. Join my Discord server where I watch Disney Channel original movies every other week.
I am there. I watch them with them. They're good people over there.
Anyway, should we spin the wheel?
No, Liz. We should spin the wheel. Hey, look, it's the wheel.
Wow.
Wow, it's so shiny.
Time to figure out what we're covering next week, even though we recorded it earlier. Let's see.
You guys still doing the wheel thing?
Yeah.
We're still pretending.
We're still doing the wheel
It's
thing.
over there. Wow.
Look at the wheel. It's so pretty. Yeah, we paid a lot of money for it.
I don't think anyone thinks it's real anymore. I don't know if they ever
Yeah, I
did,
think-
to be honest.
I think
No.
you tried early on to not even pretend it was real. Next week, we're covering Love Actually, the Richard Curtis project that everyone's mom loves.
Yup. It's my choice, apparently.
My mom's never talked about this.
Well, your mom is better chasing movies.
You know what? Text your mom right now. Say, have you seen Love Actually, and see what she
No,
does.
I will not do that because if she does know it, then I'll have to watch it this Christmas, and I already watched it. So.
Well, I've watched it 80,000 times, so join the club.
I can't believe you guys aren't doing a very Jonas Christmas.
No one.
That's
I
next
watched
year.
5 minutes of it and then said, no, I don't think I'm going to do that.
That's like
Yeah.
made for content. That's made for YouTube commentary.
Yeah, but like we're just vibing into what they want. So
Will-
if we reject it, we're just beating the
Big
system.
Beak, we are like the furthest thing away from the pulse of what's popular. We will cover K-pop Demon Hunters 6 months after it's relevant. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hark the herald angels sing. Glory to the newborn king.
I'm gonna listen to the
Peace
Phoebe Bridgers
on.
cover of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and be sad.
And awake in the morning and step
Step outside.
outside.
Take a deep breath.
What's going on? And I said, hey, I said, hey, what's going on?
The Cheese Wheel Podcast is hosted by Jesse McAnally, Andrew DeWolf, and Elizabeth Eston. Our executive producer is Jesse McAnally, and our creative producer is Elizabeth Eston. This show is mixed and edited by Jesse McAnally. Our theme song was composed by Andrew DeWolf, and the artwork was designed by JRL Studios. Our promotional images are created by Elizabeth Eston.
Our keeper of the cheese is the one and only Juliet Antonio. To catch up on all past episodes, including all 375 episodes of Musicals with Cheese, visit bpn.fm/cheese. That's bpn.fm/cheese.